Hello and welcome back to Mama Stella's kitchen. As always, it's a huge joy and delight for me to welcome you into my kitchen to share with you some of my yumminess and my delicious recipes that I make for my family. And I'd like to start today just with giving you a virtual hug, some kisses, and tell you that it is my love to you that I share these recipes with you. And I do hope that you're enjoying them and that you give me some feedback, because this one is a particular family favorite and one of mine. In fact, you will find it in my book. I wrote a memoir and it's on Amazon on Kindle. And this is one of the recipes that features in the book if you're interested to read it. So here goes. It's called my sage and butter sauce with tomatoes and lemon juice. It really is delicious, and while it's really quick and easy to make, it requires a little bit of tasting, which is not it's really not a problem with this sauce, I promise. But it's a kind of sauce that you can make a little more salty or a little bit more lemony. It's just up to you. So what I've got cooking here, or melting, I've melted some butter. I'm guessing around about, it's a butter heavy sauce. I think that's what makes it decadent. This is about 150 to 200 grams of butter. And I'm making a big one today. Normally I'd probably about half that quantity for a smaller recipe, but I'm making a big one today because I have 2 big bunches of sage, about 30 grams a bunch. And I kept a little bunch to show you how I do it. So what I do is I'll wash them well, and then I'll cut them with my trusty scissors into bits and pieces, little pieces, into my butter that's melted. Don't burn your butter, just nice and melty, with a slight bubble on the top. And you cut your sage into the butter, and at this stage I would get my other ingredients ready, my tomatoes and my lemons, because the butter and the sage are like, it's like they are having a friendship get together. They just need to take some time to just enjoy each other's company. So once that's cut into the butter, I've had some simmering in the butter, or not simmering, it's actually just melting. That's really what it is, melting. I've been cutting up some tomatoes, and because it's a big, I'm making a double batch today, I've cut up probably these about 10 or 12 tomatoes. I've got 3 more that I will add if I see it needs it, and then I throw them in once the once the sage and butter have had a bit of time to visit together for a while. You add in your tomatoes, and again they have another visit. Take a bit of time. So while it is a quick and easy recipe with very few ingredients, it just takes a little bit of patience to get the full effect of the yumminess. And then you can crank the heat up just a little, because you don't want this burning, but you want your tomato pieces, basically you want them to melt. So now I have tried, so I'll turn this up to about 7 on my glass top, 7 or 8. I've tried to grate the tomatoes. I've tried to deskin them and pulp them. Doesn't taste the same. There's something about cutting them into smallish pieces and letting them kind of melt into the sage and the butter that just increases the yumminess of the total dish. And while that's busy there, I've got a half a lemon here. So today I've squeezed a half a lemon. I'll put in the other half as well because it's a big batch. But I will taste, because I like it a bit lemony. So your taste may be a little less lemony, it's up to you. And then of course salt. Salt for me in this dish is particularly important. I mean, it's important in every dish, but in this one, because it kind of brings the balance of the butter and the sage and the tomatoes. And then I've got a little tiny secret that I use when I use a lot of fresh tomatoes. I'll put in a teaspoon of sugar, because there's something about the teaspoon of sugar that neutralizes some of that acidic taste of the tomato. Just kind of, especially if the tomatoes are small and they're a bit young, and you don't even taste the sugar, but it does something to neutralize the sugar. And so this is going, I've just brought it up to a tiny, gentle simmer. I mean really gentle, because you really don't want to burn your butter. And I kid you not, this is totally delicious. I'll probably sit it here for another 10 or 15 minutes while I'm busy with, tonight we're going to have it with, I've got some leftover rice. You can have it with pasta You can have it with as on top of a steak. Lovely with zucchini ribbons. Oh my word! So for my vegetarian friends, it's really amazing, this sauce. So I'll add some more lemon and just let it sit and do its thing. And there we go. You can actually just see it from there. I don't want to turn it up too much. My lemon and butter and sage and tomato sauce. I really hope you enjoy this. Hope you get to make it. Sage for me is quite an underrated herb. And you know, as you cut it into the butter, my family walk around going, oh, it smells so good, because it really does. And it's one of those feel good, taste good recipes. So I hope you've enjoyed this today. As always, I'm sending you love and hope, prayers for our country, prayers for our world, prayers for each other, because that's the way we're going to get through. And send love any way, which way you know how to share and send love from the lockdown, the isolation where you're at. There are ways. Let's get creative, and mine is sharing my kitchen and my home with you. So from my heart to your heart, I'm sending oodles of love and kisses, and have a fabulous day and evening. With much love, Stella.